Hi there, how's it going? My name is Shireen, and today I want to talk about the topic of I don't know if I want to go back to nursing, but before that, I want to make some tea so that it can be a comfortable conversation. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my tea. It's steeping right now, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm ready to talk about this. This video is not going to be your typical, these are the steps that you need to do or your educational, but this is more of me sharing my personal struggles right now, what I'm going through when it comes to deciding to going back to nursing. The structure of this video is going to be around me sharing my experience, like a little bit of a background if you're new here. And then I'm going to talk you through the process of the reasons of why I don't want to go back and also the reasons of why I want to go back. And hopefully I can share my struggles with you. I don't know when I'm gonna have the answer to this question, but for now, this is something that I'm still processing, but I just wanted to share anyway. My background, basically, I was an emergency nurse in Toronto for about 2 years, and it's been 2 months since I left my nursing job. I posted a video about when to quit your nursing job with the signs that I was experiencing. I had very strong reasons as to why I wanted to leave my job, but more importantly, the reason I was able to leave my job was because I told myself that I was gonna go back. I was only taking a break from nursing, so that really what helped me kind of push it, versus for other people, they might be thinking that I'm gonna leave and I'm never looking back. But for me, I feel like the reason I'm struggling is because I have half my foot in the nursing world and then half my foot in the entrepreneurship world, and I know I can have both, but at the same time it just feels like I'm holding myself back a lot because of this whole process. But at the same time, it is what it is. So that's basically the background is. So now I am doing freelance writing. I'm writing for clients, so I write topics on personal development, creator economy, entrepreneurship, basically stuff that I feel comfortable talking about, and I get paid to write those articles, which is a really, really cool experience. So let's get right into the reasons of why I don't know if I should go back, or reasons of why I don't want to go back. Basically, number one is just after leaving nursing for a while, I really feel like I was in a bad relationship. If you were ever in a bad relationship, while you're in it, you kind of justify the reasons of why you're staying. But then once you leave, you kind of have a better view of like, wow, that was a bad relationship. I shouldn't have been in that relationship. Being away from the job that I had me thinking that it was not a good working environment, and it was good that I was able to get out. I'm very fortunate about that. And I told myself that I feel like if I go travel nursing, it's going to be better. I feel like I'm gonna have so much more fun and all of that, but I don't know if that's true. I don't know if I go to travel nursing in the US or in Canada, whether that's going to change, whether the work, the treatment of patients toward nurses, toward us. I felt disrespected, I felt overworked, I felt stressful all the time. I have a feeling that it's not gonna change really. It's something that I can't control, right? So I can only change what I can control. I can only change my mindset, but at the same time, after a certain degree, your environment becomes stronger than you. I've been working on myself for more than a year now, and even though I worked a lot on myself, I still had to leave the environment because it was bad. I don't know if I want to go back to that kind of environment, and I'm almost wishfully thinking that it will change, but I don't know. So that's one of the reasons of why I don't want to go back. The second reason of why I'm not sure if I want to go back is that I feel that I'm almost going backwards. This indecisiveness is hindering me from going forward. I can't make decisions fully because in my head, I'm only taking a break from nursing, I'm gonna go back. Therefore, I should take that into account when I'm making decisions. So because I'm thinking that, oh, I'm going back and I'm not really fully committed into my journey of wanting to be an entrepreneur, it's costing me a lot of energy. It's costing me a lot of anxiety and stress and all of that. It's easier said than done to just decide, obviously, but it's not that simple. As for me, being a nurse was something that I really enjoyed doing, but when the external factors is the one that's not working for you, it's harder to do it. I enjoyed working with patients. I enjoyed doing the stuff that I was doing, but I did not enjoy being maltreated. That's why it's harder for me to decide to just, you know, hey, you should just forget about that and then move on. It's harder, I feel. So that's the second reason. So the third reason of why I feel like I don't want to go back is because I really like my life right now, even though I'm not making as much money from freelancing. Oh, actually, I'm making very similar amount, but I'm doing a lot of the back end work. So for example, I'm putting in time to pitch to clients. So I'm outreaching to people saying, hey, can I write for you? And all those hours are not really paid for because I have to find my work. I have to do everything for me to get the work. Even though freelancing takes a lot more time and effort and energy, it's less work, I feel. And also I'm writing about things that I love writing about, and if I don't like the project, I can say no. So there is a lot of flexibility, but obviously on the other side of that is that I always have to do work. I always have to be worrying about money. I have to constantly be worrying, oh, what if my clients fire me, or what if I don't like freelancing anymore, this kind of thing. So even though freelancing has a lot of ups and downs, and even though I'm struggling more now than when I was in my nursing job, I don't know, it's a different kind of struggle. I don't know if I'm struggling more, but I think emotionally it may be a little bit less. Yeah, but it's a different kind of struggle is all I can say. But the thing is, with freelancing, I'm also able to schedule my work, I'm able to travel, I'm able to things. Basically, I'm dreaming my dream life from when I started this whole process about a year ago. I wanted to quit my nursing job, I wanted to travel, and now I'm here, but I can't seem to own it. I can't seem to, what if you just went all in kind of thing and just decide that. So that's my problem right now. Okay, so now onto the reasons of why I kept getting pulled back to this whole you should go back to nursing. The first one is going to be the money. So if you didn't know, travel nurses make a lot of money right now, and I did send in my application to be a travel nurse in the US. And while that's going through the process, I'm doing freelancing, I'm doing YouTube and all of that. I can't wait to make that much money for like the same work that I was doing. But I don't know if it's going to be worse, but I think that's one of the things that I really want to experience, and obviously the travel part. So if I'm not working, I'm traveling, and that's kind of enticing in a way. So that's why I haven't fully decided if I wanted to do that. The second thing is something that I feel like a lot of people would be able to relate, is that it's really hard to disassociate yourself from the job that you had this whole time to now. So I went to nursing school for 4 years thinking that I was going to be a nurse forever. And then 3 years into this profession, I'm saying I no longer want to be a nurse. In a way, I invested a lot of time and energy into becoming the person that I am now. But a lot of the times we associate our identity with the job that we have. So it's been really hard for me to disassociate that, hey, you worked as a nurse, but at the same time, that doesn't have to be your identity. You don't have to just be a nurse, right? Now I'm trying to gain more identities by doing many things. I am trying to be someone who knows how to write. I'm trying to be someone who knows how to make videos. I'm trying to create my own identity by exploring all the stuff that are interesting for me and also pursuing them in a way that feels good. That's one of the reasons that I feel like it's been hard to decide, because also I have my family members, I have my friends thinking that, hey, like, what's going on with your nursing career? Or, hey, let's do travel nursing together. The pressure that I have from the external people around me is a lot, and I put that pressure on myself, but then I end up being like this. So it's kind of like, well, what am I supposed to do? And speaking of identity, that's one of the things that I was proud of telling people. Hey, what do you do for work? Oh, I'm an emergency nurse. And now when people ask me, what do you do? I basically say, oh, I'm taking a break from nursing, which sounds kind of better than I'm a writer, I'm a YouTuber, or I make videos, I write content, I coach people, like all these things. People just don't understand, they don't get it. So it's almost like, what do I tell them? What do I do, or what I am? But it's just something that I feel like I'm gonna have to get used to as I explore this phase of my life. And the third reason of why I feel like I should go back or I want to go back is that I feel like I haven't given it all. I felt like I kind of gave up in the middle of pandemic, even though it was affecting my emotional, physical, mental health. I still feel I owe it to myself and the profession, not so much, but to myself to see whether, hey, did you give it your everything? With travel nursing, I feel like it would give me the last chance to be like, you know what, you did everything you could, it didn't work out, and now I can have peace of mind, a closure almost like. So it almost feels like I have to do it for myself so that I can kind of move on from it. Whether is this something for me, is this not something for me? And it just has been difficult to do that. Anyways, if you're still here, thank you so much for listening to my ramble. I hope that you follow along this journey, because I would really like to document a transparent journey with this whole thing, with nursing, freelancing, entrepreneurship, my struggles, my wins, all of it, everything in between. And this is my first attempt to show you what I'm struggling with. So that's it for today. I hope I see you in the next video, and have a lovely January.